have it today. I see a big improvements. Thank God that God is moving in their lives. May you continue to stir up their spirits. Amen. To sing songs of praises to honor Him. Amen. As you do that, God will come to bless you. Amen. And use you for His glory. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. And so we're going to go straight to the Word of God. We're reading today from the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs was written by King Solomon, whom God gave wisdom and knowledge more than any other human being alive, because he offered a big sacrifice to God. So when we read this, we can be sure that these are very, very useful words to go with. And these Proverbs really guide us. They advise us, they counsel us on how to behave, what to expect. So we're going to run through quickly because there are quite a few of them. It says, a soft answer turns away wrath, but a grievous word stir up anger. That's very easy to figure it out. If you're, for instance, somebody is angry at you, for instance, it could be your wife or your husband or your somebody at work, and they're angry, and if you just look at them and just say, yeah, all right, okay, don't bother to argue back with them, don't shout back with them, you'll see that the fire in them will just quickly simmer out and burn out completely. But if you now say, no, you're going to get your own rights, you're going to argue back, you're going to make it worse. You stir up the fire more. I remember a case in England where I was in the hospital, and this nurse had gone to accuse her. She was doing something, had done something against me, and I called her to the side and told her all these things. And at the end, she just said, "Oh, doctor, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that's how you felt, and this and that." And I see somebody just punctured my balloon. I said, "Oh, that's it? Okay." She put an end to the fire right away. But if I said, I started defending her rights, it would have made it worse. So this is very useful, that when somebody's angry at you, don't bother to, just put an end to it, just a soft answer. Later on, you can talk to them. By that moment, it's as if fire is burning, and you don't want to add fuel to the fire. So just say, okay, all right, yeah, fine. No matter how angry they are, if there's no input from you, their fire will die down. It will die down for sure. So it says that grievous words stir up anger, but a soft answer, no argument, no shout, just okay, yeah, you will put out that fire. It's very important because anger is a weapon of Satan that he uses to destroy. So we don't want to give in to his techniques. So the tongue of the wise uses knowledge, all right, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness. Well, who are the fools? The Bible says that fools are those who don't believe in God. People who say God doesn't exist. People who are not righteous. But the tongue of the wise are those who have the Spirit of God in them. The Spirit of God is guiding them. And they use words aright. That means that they use the correct word at the correct time. You can use the correct word at the wrong time. See, there must be a right time when you use a word. A right word spoken at the right time is very, very helpful. There's a time, the Bible says, according to Ecclesiastes, to be quiet. There's time to talk. Don't go and talk when you're supposed to be quiet. And don't be quiet when you're supposed to talk. See, you have to gauge it. And that's where the Spirit of the Lord will guide you. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Very good points. What does that mean? So God sees everything. There's nothing hidden from Him. We human beings, we like to deceive each other and pretend we're not. But we forget something, that even though we can deceive everybody else, but we cannot deceive God, because God is seeing it and He's taking account of it. See, I always remember that whatever you do, even though there's nobody watching you, God is watching you. Imagine yourself in a dark room. There's no lights at all. You are all alone. And you start doing something. There is somebody watching you, what you're doing. Even though the whole room is completely dark, and you're the only person in the whole building, but there's somebody watching it. And that person, we are going to give account of that thing you're doing. There's so many instances. Recently, a doctor in the US, he was the doctor of the gymnastics team, and for over 20 years, he had abused all these young girls. Well, when he was doing it, he felt nobody was looking at him, felt he was getting away with it. But now, they've sent him to 150 years in jail, something he did 25 years ago. So there is accountability. That's the whole purpose of this, is to let you know that God is watching you. Those witches and wizards killing people, all these evil things, one day they're going to have to give accounts. That was 2 Chronicles 16 verse 9. 2 Chronicles 16 verse 9. Second Chronicles 16 verse 9. Anybody
For
there?
the eyes of the Lord
Yes.
runs to and fro
Yes.
throughout the whole earth,
Mm-hmm.
to show himself strong
strong
in behalf of them whose heart is perfect
Towards
toward
him.
him.
Oh, I love that verse so much. I love that verse so much. It says the eyes of the Lord run to and fro over the whole earth to show himself. God is looking. Who can I show myself strong in their lives? He said those who are perfect towards him. So if God is looking over the world, I say, who can I use to do this mighty work in Winnipeg? I said, look at that man. Oh, there's somebody in the house. Look at his heart. Oh, what a beautiful heart. We'll use him. That's the way God works. So God is looking for somebody to use. Are you going to be that candidate? Is the question. Thank you.
Him
Yes?
that has done foolishly, therefore from henceforth
Yes.
thou shalt have worse.
That's it. Because it was a foolish person. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirits. You see, that's what I'm saying, that whenever we talk, we have to be guided by the Holy Spirit. The Bible says that even a fool is thought to be wise when he keeps silent. Most of us talk too much. It says a wholesome tongue is a tongue that's always talking of good things, doesn't waste his words, always talking at the right time. But perverseness means that pollution has entered that tongue. Instead of talking of good things, now he's talking of bad things. He's talking of things that will not help anybody. So that's a breach. That means that the way is open now for Satan to enter in and destroy that person. So we must be very careful what we say. The Bible says that where words are many, sin is not absence. The less you talk, the more powerful you are spiritually. And the more you talk, the less. But the Bible says that when you go to the house of God, he said, keep a lock on your lips. He said, God is in heaven, you are on the earth. Don't talk. When you go to the house of God, just be silent, bow your head, come to church, praise God, and go home. Some people come to church, that's when they start gossiping about, that's bad. They've just come to church for nothing, they haven't gained anything. A fool despises his father's instruction, but he that he regarded reproof is prudent. What does that mean? In other words, somebody who is open to correction. That's a wise person. But a fool will say, oh, why is he correcting me? What have I done? All these things. No. All of us can be corrected. There's nobody perfect on this earth. Only Jesus was the perfect man. Every other human being, there is something you are not doing which you should be doing. And people can tell you. Don't say, oh, how can you tell me who is he? No, you are nothing. Nobody's anything. God is the only person. So anybody can correct you at any time. Doesn't mean anything. We have to be humble. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the treasuries of the wicked is trouble. So the house of the righteous, when it says much treasure, it doesn't really refer to money. It refers to spiritual treasure, joy, happiness, comfort. But the wicked, they have a lot of money, but there's a lot of trouble inside their house. There's no peace. You see, and we're going to talk about it later on. The lips of the wise despise knowledge, but the heart of the foolish dwelleth not so. Same thing. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. What does that mean? When the wicked people, when they bring a sacrifice to God, after they're going to commit wickedness, yesterday they're fornicating, stealing, cheating, and now they bring a big thanks offering to church, and everybody's dancing with them. God is saying, what is this? I don't want this. Please take this away from me. This is abomination. Because that person that brought that offering is a wicked person. So, but the prayer of the upright is delight. If you are upright, righteous, God says, oh, when is this person going to call me? It's like a telephone call.